All right, everybody. Welcome to, I believe, episode 5 and week 5 of Black Sheep Podcast. I hope I'm right. I probably should have checked before hopping on here. But yeah, I'm super excited. One, I'm super excited to talk about this topic. And two, this is the last podcast that you will see me giving in this room. We are very fortunate and very lucky and very happy to be moving this weekend. So shout out to my grandparents, like I said a few videos ago. It's because of them that this opportunity is here. So I'm very happy and very thankful, very grateful. And with that being said, I always like to talk about how I believe everything happens for a reason, and things are meant to happen the way they're supposed to happen. Things are meant to be. At the end of the year last year, before I proposed, before my now fiance knew anything about being engaged, we were looking at houses, and obviously everybody knows how crazy the market was, whatever. And I've got some money put away, and we were just looking at houses. We've been in this apartment for a while, and it's a lot. Me, her son, 2 cats. It's not a lot of room. And then, I proposed, and I guess it's my fault for assuming people were going to help me when I proposed. I guess it was my fault for assuming people were going to help with the wedding. So that money that was going to go into a house is now going into our wedding, and it's fine. It's cool. We deserve a wedding. I deserve a wedding. She deserves a nice wedding. Everybody in my family's had, nice weddings, and it's never been an issue. When we got engaged, I had some people tell me just elope, just have a small little thing, just, have a destination wedding. Those are cheaper. Nah, man, I don't got friends who can just miss work and travel. I don't got family who can just miss work and travel. That's just stupid. I know I'm one of the last cousins. I'm one of the youngest cousins, of my generation. I'm one of the last ones to get married. One of the last ones to get married. And I know for damn sure none of the people before me, above me, ever got questioned or told oh, don't have a wedding, so don't tell me that. But anyway, shout out to my grandparents for this opportunity with this house, because perfect timing, and it was meant to be. Anyway, let's talk about money. People who have money, people who don't have money. I think I hit last week kind of, I've seen both. I've grown with both. There's people who have money, who are just some of the nastiest, rudest, stingiest people out there. And then there's people who don't have money and don't come from money, who are the sweetest people. They're so down to earth. They'll give you the shirts off their back. Even if they don't have the money, they will find a way to help you. So I've grown up with 2 completely different types of people, groups of people. It's crazy. Growing up, I've matured. I've realized, it's disappointing. As many people know, I used to work security in a nice area, a nice neighborhood. Not even neighborhood, a city. I worked in a nice city where mostly everybody has money or comes from money. I remember, I'd be working synagogues, schools, rec parks, gated communities, and people were just so nasty there. People just looked down, it's the minimum wage security guard. People were just so gross. They would always talk down to you, look down at you. I'd always, wave, say good morning, say hi, have a good night, have a good day. And they would just either walk right by, act like I wasn't there, or they would look at me and continue to walk. And sometimes, if there was protocol, part of my job that they didn't like, they'd always be like, oh, don't you know who I am? My last name is what? I don't give a fuck, dude. Shut the fuck up. Show me your ID or get the fuck out. That's simple. But it is, I've noticed that's how it is. People always have the don't you know who I am attitude. People always have the just that powerful and entitled mindset, where in reality they're just sad little people hiding behind money. And I see it a lot with family. There was this one time, not to get too specific, but this one time I went out for my 24th birthday, 25th, one of my 20s, I don't know. It was a birthday dinner. It was me, my now fiance, and a family member, and we went to a nice restaurant downtown. I drove everybody, so I'm cool with driving. And we got there, and there was no valet, and my family member was bitching about that, and they tried parking right outside, because apparently you could do that at this restaurant. like before COVID or something. I don't know. But those rules changed. An employee came out and said, "Hey, just a heads up, if you park there, you might get towed." They've been towing people, and I remember my family member was like bitching at this guy, but people got back in my car. We drove across the street to a parking garage. It's cool. Again, I drove. It's my car. It's fine. Um, I remember we walked across the street back to the restaurant, went inside, and my family member like went to the manager, the owner, or some kind of like high person at the restaurant, and was bitching about that employee. And it's like, really, you're gonna come for somebody's job because your ass had to walk a couple extra feet? That's so pathetic, and it's embarrassing. Me and my fiance were so embarrassed. That's actually the last time I went out with that family member because it's just so. It wasn't the first time. And it's just so embarrassing to be with that. I remember that employee like came out and like gave him his card or whatnot, or like his name with his number. It's like, hey, next time you're here, just give me a call and I'll park your car myself. Like, that's just so sad that people gotta be afraid to lose their jobs because people with money want to complain and bitch and basically threaten their jobs. Um, it's crazy. But as I said, there's the side where people don't come for money and people are just so sweet and so down to earth and just so relatable. Um, Again, I have so many people in my life, whether it's family or not family, who don't come from money or don't have money, but they'll do what they need to do to help you or support you. Um, I think it's fair to say a lot of the people who have supported my brand, bought clothes from me, are people who don't really come from money. And there's people who come from money who are like, ooh, $60 sweatshirt, whatever it is, whatever the prices are. Ooh, that's too much for your clothes. Like, what? You spend $30 on a mixed drink at a bar, but can't buy a sweatshirt for $50, $60? Okay. Stingy motherfuckers. Um, and that's my other thing with support. I have so many people in my life, whether it's family or friends, whatever, who come from money and don't come from money. And when I released my brand, when I released my clothing line, not even talking about buying clothes, just supporting, it just seems like it's always the side that doesn't come from money, who doesn't have money, who are the supportive ones. Whereas the people who do have money, the people who I'm not asking them to buy nothing, but like the people who do have money, who are like, oh man, fuck this little company, this shit won't last, whatever. Like, yeah, sorry, we're not all handed shit. And before anybody says, yes, I have been handed plenty of shit in my life, but that's the difference between me and them. I can at least admit it. I can say I'm at where I'm at because I was handed shit. My great grandparents, my grandparents, they had money to get me to a nice school. They had money to get me to a nice college. They've given me plenty of opportunities with different jobs. I'm so thankful for it. But there's also people here who truly think they earn what they have, who truly think they deserve what they have, who think they work for what they have. I don't know how you can work for what you have when you've never worked a day in your life. So that's my thing. Yes, I've been handed stuff, and so have other people, but I can at least admit that I'm at where I'm at because I've been lucky enough to have things handed to me. But at the same time, I'm not given everything everybody else is given. I actually have to work my ass off to be broke. And everybody always tells me, oh, you just need to save money, stop wasting money, blah, 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 tattoos, this, that, whatever. Yes, my tattoos are nice because I spend nice money on them. And that $300 tattoo is a lot more meaningful, is a lot smarter of a purchase than that $300 dinner meal that you just spent to post on Facebook to impress your friends, that you're going to shit out later that night. So, don't come to me talking about saving money when I'm the one living paycheck to paycheck and other motherfuckers are just handed shit. But with that being said, it is what it is. I'm not here to call nobody out. I'm not here to talk shit. It is what it is. Anyway, with that being said, plenty of people know me. Plenty of people know I'm broke. I don't have nothing, but they know if they need something, if they need help, if they need a ride, if they need a couple bucks, if they need support, whatever it is, I always got people. And so many people can vouch for me when I say this. I never expect anybody to pay me back. I never expect anybody to pay for gas. I don't ever expect anybody to kiss my ass for it. Like, that's my thing. Like, if you need people to kiss your ass to help them, like, fuck that. I don't need your help. I don't need you. Fuck you. It is what it is. But that's me. I can admit when I'm handed shit. I can admit when I'm not handed shit, when I'm struggling. And that's kind of where I'm getting at this. You know, there's so many people that I know, whether it's family, whether it's friends, who don't have many struggles, don't have many worries in their lives because money can take care of it. Money can cover it up. Nobody has ever had consequences for their actions because money can cover it up. Um, yeah, that is what it is. And as nice as that must be, I'm cool with me. I'm cool with my lifestyle. I'm cool with my struggles because I'd rather struggle. I'd rather be broke than, and, you know, have my people with me, have my family with me, than have money, but just be a pathetic little person that needs to hide behind all their purchases and have fake friends who just want them for, you know, help, support, money. I'm cool. I got my people. Um, with that being said, I think that's everything I gotta say on the topic. Again, next week I will see you in a new room. Probably won't be all set up yet, so it'll probably be very bland. But again, shout out to the grandparents because this opportunity is because of them, and I am so thankful for them. Um, Not just because of that, you know, obviously for other reasons, which I think I said. You know, luckily I was able to go to school, a good school and good college, and have different opportunities, and they're a big part of that. So I am very thankful for that. Um, but yeah, so I think that's everything I want to say. Next week, this is gonna be a good topic. Next week, let's talk about being a child of divorced parents. It's gonna be a good one. I feel like that's a very relatable topic, especially in like today's society where like so many divorces, man. Like y'all got money if you paying for a wedding and a divorce. Good God. Um, but yeah, next week we're gonna talk about being a child of divorced parents. I'm excited about that. But yeah, I think I've said everything I gotta say. If not, as always, we'll start off next week with it. But yeah, until then, as always, don't be a dick. Don't judge people. Take care of your people. And, you know, peace out, Girl Scouts.